Haha, we are live.
Live. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's a delight to see your faces. My name is Princess, Sister Princess, your friend Princess, however you want to call me. I'm just happy to be here this evening. It's been a very interesting week. It's been cold, very extremely cold, and so we're trying to get ourselves together. As in, going from we thought it's good, and then it goes, poop. It's too cold. And you're like, what is going on here? Anyways, it is what it is, and we cannot say anything. We can't complain, okay? We love it. We love it when it's all the way white out there, and you tell yourself whiter than snow. Anyways, sorry for the distraction. How are you doing? How is your weekend going? How is life treating you? I love to tell. I love to ask that question to most people. It has almost become my signature line. Sorry, looks like my. Can you hear my radio? Let me reduce it. Okay, so I'm here sitting in the warmth and thanking God that I even have a place where it's warm. On these kind of days like this, the weather is so cold. You almost you almost ask yourself what's going on out there. Those who don't have a house, how are they coping? We're grateful for warmth, we're grateful for life, and today we're going to just talk about gender roles. What is gender roles? A man has what to do, a woman has what to do. Anyways, if you don't know us and you're finding us for the first time, we're the DLBC Singles platform. When I say platform, it's because we're on YT, we're on TT. If you know those acronyms, let me know in the comment section. We are on FB, we're on Insta, we're all these places, and we have a very big, interesting group on FB, and it's called the DLBC Singles. So if you check us out, you'll see all the comments, all the conversations that we're having there, and it's really, really fun places. And sometimes we get many of our questions from there. So all of you guys on YT, how are you doing? I hope that you're getting some inspiration, some blessings from all these topics that we're coming on here with. Today is another day like that. We're going to just chat. We keep it real here. Okay, we don't sugarcoat it. We don't try to make it sound good. We don't try to make it churchy. We're just Christians, and we like to talk about relationship from a Christian or godly perspective. So if that's what you're here for, and if this is something that interests you, then stay around and please comment, share your thoughts, sincere thoughts. Nobody's going to judge you. Here we don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. So we listen to you, we assess what you're saying, and even if we have to disagree, we disagree respectfully. Okay? We don't like to disrespect anybody here because we believe everybody has an opinion and they have the right to their opinion. So you're welcome to share your opinion, share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your inspiration, your convictions about this topic, and let's talk about it from a place of I don't know if I'll call it mutual help. So you're trying to help me, I'm trying to help you, and just an open open space where we can talk sincerely and we're ready to learn. So first, what is gender roles? Gender roles is I just want to simplify it. I don't like complicated things. Okay, gender roles is that doesn't mean that every gender, so male, female, everybody has a role to play in the home. Like when you get married, I have my role to play, you have your role to play. Okay? And clear cut rules. That's gender roles. Should there be gender roles? Are there gender roles? Are they blurred roles? Is it a blur line or is it something that we should like say, okay, when we get married, we have our rules and we stick to our rules and nobody goes into the other person's role? Well, I believe if you ask me, I believe that naturally as a woman, you tend to be a homekeeper. You tend to be a homemaker. And when you get married, after you get married, you just tend to want to make the house look a certain way. You want to put your touch in the house. You want to arrange the kitchen a certain way. You think the kitchen is a terrible. You want to make some meals. You want to make some food. You want to, make some nice meals, nice aroma coming out. And if you're somebody who likes to cook, then that's when you start to explore, right? And then the heavy lifting, the man just feels like, the man of the house, take care of you. I got you, I got you. You try to fix the bed, if you're getting a new house, your husband or your new your spouse or your husband, however you want to say, tries to set up the bed, tries to carry the heavy things, and says no worry, no worries. But there's some women that like to, that would also do that heavy lifting. But most times the man tends to want to fall into line to like do those things without even asking you to help. Um, that's just kind of like in this part of the world, most men declare the snow outside. Okay. You hardly see women. I see a few women in my neighborhood who go out there and clear the snow. Now, if my husband is not around and he traveled and there's no, and I'm just here with my son and there's nobody in the house, I tend to want to clear the snow because the snow has to be cleared. And some women, they will not go, they won't do that. They will pay someone to come and do it because they feel it's heavy lifting. It's too heavy for them to do. So that's just some kind of things that you see men doing, most men doing, except women who bought the house alone and they're single and they have to take care of their house. So you see them outside there, and most time they use a snow blower. They wait, they do it as soon as the snow falls, they blow it off because they don't want to.
Is it my,
It's hard to shovel it, right? Or they use a machine, the snow blowing machine, and they blow it out. They don't do the heavy lifting. But most men, they have the muscle, so they let it snow. And you can stay inside and say, hey, well done, guys, keep going. I got you. I got you. I'm rooting for you. Don't worry. I have hot tea waiting for you in here. You just encourage them. You encourage them. If the car is down, you just say, Abby, I'll leave the key for you. Take care of it. Right? Some women, they're good enough. They can go out there and fix their own car. Some other women, they just leave their husband to do that. And naturally, the men just let you do the kitchen thing. My husband knows how to cook, but my husband thinks that my food will taste better. That's what he thinks. I like his food. Anyways, help me to tell him when you see. I like his food, but naturally, he just thinks that I cook better. And of course, I expect him and I thank him for clearing the snow every year. And so some other men are very handy in the house. They can, if there's a scrap, a spot on the wall, they can repaint, they can fix things around the house, that kind of thing. And they cut the lawn, they clear they cut the grass or the lawn, whatever, however you want to call it, the lawn. You know how at the back of your house you have a nice green grass, so they cut it, they water it. I water it sometimes if I want to. I water the flowers, but most times the men do it. Um, yeah, what other things? What do I? A lot of things. Okay? A lot of things that you see men tend to do. But does it mean that because the heavy lifting is done by the man, which definitely snow does not fall the whole year. You water the grass once a day in summer. Does it mean that you don't have to do anything because yeah, I've done my role and I don't help you with any other thing in the house? I don't. No, definitely not. So that's where we're coming in with this conversation. Okay. So what do you think? You like what I said? Yeah.
well, I think to me, I put it in categories. So there's gender roles 20 years ago. There's gender roles uh, like now, and then there's gender roles that's coming up in the future. uh,
Okay.
so, and also I feel like there's gender roles
So
in
things are
different
going to keep
culture.
changing.
Different cultures, the gender roles are different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, so, but like if we're just to pick out the general common grounds in
Mm,
terms of gender roles, I guess most of the things that you talked about, it covers it.
mm,
But then when we start talking about gender roles in the new age, like new, will I say Gen Alpha or Gen X?
okay.
I mean, it's Gen Z. Um, they look at things differently. Like if you speak to a lot of
People.
young people, they will tell you that a lot of girls don't even know how to cook. In fact,
No,
nowadays, right, they don't know how to cook. So you can't even
they
classify
don't
it.
know how to cook. You
They
think so?
don't know how to cook. Yeah,
Well, how do they
a
eat
lot
when
of them.
they get married? They eat now. Cook
a
as
lot of them do. They do fast food, like not fast food, like
off like every day of the
pre,
year. At
yes,
food.
not fast food, but like
Um,
pre-made meals.
oh my god.
Like it's already done. They just
There's
freeze
you.
it, and then
Someone can learn to cook on YouTube. Is it difficult?
not everybody wants to cook,
Okay, want
and
there's a
it's
difference between knowing and wanting. Okay, that makes sense. Go ahead.
yeah, like and a lot of them, depending on how their financial capability is, a lot of them they're just the ones that are capable. They rather pay somebody to cook for them,
Okay.
and when it comes to that, it doesn't count, right? It doesn't count as a gender role because, in fact, a lot of men these days are becoming very good chef. Maybe because they feel like, oh yeah, let me impress her because she. Um, a lot of women tend to say that they like a guy that can cook, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah. Also, maybe because of this culture of monk mode where a lot of people like Iman Gadzi keep saying things like focus on your personal growth, focus on yourself and stuff like that. And then men have started to be like, oh yeah, I need to be self-sufficient. I don't need uh, a female in my corner until I'm ready and stuff like that. And so now when we look at those kind of guys, they're not looking for somebody that fits into the traditional gender roles as a partner. What they're actually looking for is somebody that can enhance what they're doing, not somebody that you just come no brains, no
Mm.
just thinking that you do what the traditional gender roles looks like cooking, cleaning. They don't need that. They have people that are taking care of that already.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the mental capacity to be with them, like both emotionally or even like intellectually, they don't want to be with you because you're wasted space. So they avoid they avoid like um, women that tend to seek the soft life mentality. They don't
Yeah.
like that because they know that those kind of women are liabilities. They run you down. So um, they rather go for a woman that thinks, "Oh yeah, I am. I'm here to add to what
Yeah.
you have already. I'm coming with my whole full package.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I can hold my own without you, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of this kind of woman. That's what some kind of guys are looking for. And
Okay.
when we look at even the average guys, like the average guys, you can see there's a category of guys that a lot of times they they find themselves in a relationship where
Mm-hmm.
the lady seems to be the one that is a breadwinner, right?
Yeah.
Um, like I had a colleague that she's the one, not colleague, like a classmate. Like she's the one that was taking care of the family. She works, she
Okay.
take care of the home and all of that. And I'm asking her like, "What's your husband doing?" It's like,
Okay.
"Oh, well, he supports me." I'm like, "How?" I mean, he helps me with things that I need, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
And he's working for them.
And yeah, it's working for them. But she said, because I love him, blah, blah, blah. But the funny thing with that kind of person, I think I've seen it in a couple of people like that,
Mm-hmm.
is they tend to be firstborn or something like that. Yeah, so it looks like they learned how to take care of people, their siblings and all of that from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. And so it becomes like part of them, like they
Yeah.
don't mind taking care of the family and all.
Okay.
But interestingly, as much as it's something they're doing, when I was speaking to this my friend, she felt really overwhelmed, right? Like she almost got into tears and stuff like that.
Mm.
and then and then I was like, did I was just thinking in my head like, does the husband actually know that she's under this much stress? You know? And she was just telling me that it's after we spoke for a very long time, she was just pouring out and pouring out. She's
Okay.
like,
She's frustrated,
it's
actually.
it's nice to vent out
Oh,
what's going.
okay. But she doesn't. But why is the man not working? Because he can find a job, or
He tried to find a job, but he couldn't get one.
okay.
Um,
So while
so
she was just holding the family up, right?
yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah. So, but
Hmm.
then she is the kind of woman that she knows how to get things done like quickly, right? She knows how to talk to people, interact, and she just know how to do things like differently, right? I met her husband. The guy is just like laid
Yeah.
back,
Okay. Yeah.
so, but like I think why she liked why what I think is offering for her is like she feels no pressure to be. It's easy to be with him, like she said, compared to her older relationship where it was a constant second guessing herself and all of that. But with him, like he's supporting 100%, right?
Mhm.
So she didn't feel like she's competing with him or something like that. So it looks like those kind of relationships now are becoming a bit common,
Mhm.
and it's weird to a lot of women, right? Like that, so many women that cannot do that, so many guys that cannot do that because like how do you a lot of women we start losing that respect for the guy and stuff like that. But for her, I didn't see any sense of disrespect. She doesn't disrespect him. She doesn't feel like he's less than or anything like that. But like she just feel like how I wish it could be easier,
I
right?
see.
So and for me, I'm just thinking of that Proverb 31 woman, and I'm trying to imagine like how did that woman feel like every morning, waking up in the morning very early, going to the
Yeah.
marketplace to work and all of that. But the guy is like a counselor sitting by the gate with the old man, you know, that kind of scenario. Like, not everybody can do it.
Yeah.
As much as we like to say, Proverbs 31 woman, Proverbs 31 woman,
Yeah.
so,
Their culture is different too. I mean, there's a lot of cultural, cultural things that will come into it. Now we don't know anything about the husband. It wasn't. They didn't really tell us much about what the husband was really doing. So
well, the description was that he was with
sit at the gate.
sitting at the gate with the old man. So,
Maybe the guy was a very old man. So she married a
not
very
really. But if you think about the, is it Rome or where? There's one society where it was very philosophical. The more philosophical you are, the more high ranking you are.
yeah. So
So
he just
all
sit
they
down
do,
cross.
I've forgotten what is it, the Athens, Greece.
Yeah.
So all they do is they sit down together and think about ideas all day. That's all they do.
Does that bring food to the
And
table? So their women do the work?
yeah, that was their job. That was like they were more respected because of that. If you look at history, you look at it like that. There's so many books written around those kind of men. They were very very philosophical. They didn't do nothing like so. I'm imagining that maybe that's what that guy in the Bible was doing. Like he sits down and thinking about, okay, how does this society work? How can we? do this? How can we do that? It's just like our politicians these days, right? They just sit around and discuss policies and all of this stuff.
Mhm.
So to me, I'm thinking maybe that was the case. He didn't necessarily have like a physical job. Maybe he had like a policy type of job, like where he thinks about like how do we build this society properly? How do we prevent um the wrath of God or something like that? I don't know. I'm just guessing. but but yeah, gender role in that sense is interesting because these days sisters in church, the first thing they look at is does he have a car? Does he have a house? Um,
Seriously.
you know, and even now, like depending on where you are, a lot of them, a lot of people look at, okay, um, will I be able to travel with this person? Will this person give me um, this person give me like a status or whatever, stuff like that. So you know,
Yeah.
that's become a criteria.
What
Unfortunately,
can I get? Yeah. More of what can I get?
what can I get? Like
It's a very uncomfortable topic, actually. Very, very uncomfortable because people see it from different perspectives. It's this gender role of a thing with the advent of women getting very good jobs nowadays. It's just very difficult to
stuff.
be. Yeah, it's very. Trust me, it's a very difficult and uncomfortable subject because
I mean,
there are some. Go ahead.
I met one young girl like what 26,
Hmm.
and she's already making like 200K. How would she how would she date people her age? And she wants somebody her age. Obviously, like you're definitely going to be making more than the guy. So
Yeah,
if you're the type of person that is looking at money, then definitely you're going to struggle to find a partner, right? So I'm thinking gender roles is something that before you marry, you need to talk about it too, because like
yeah.
some some people take it seriously, right? Like for example, cleaning of house. There are some guys that I've heard that they will complaining that um, like even in Canada, right? There's this guy was telling me about was telling me about his friend.
Hmm.
I was saying that funny. I was saying that he brought this girl over to Canada, and as she came, as time went on, that the girl doesn't want to do anything. So he will be the one that will be cleaning the house. She'll raise her leg up, and sometimes she even like when the thing started stop working, right? Sometimes she even like kick him or something like that. so, so well, that's getting into
That's
borderline
interesting. Yeah.
extreme, but like he was like, but the guy couldn't let the house be dirty because he can't handle the dirtiness, right? So he was doing it himself and stuff like that. And well, if you think about it, like some people would feel like, oh, okay, maybe she doesn't like to clean. You can do the cleaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she does something else, right? But then, I mean, it becomes a problem when you didn't talk about it before you got married, right? Like, for example, the taking of trash or the washing of clothes and stuff like that. Some people they prefer they prefer to wash their clothes. Like some men prefer to wash clothes,
Mm.
while some women don't. And it could be the other way around. I think I remember we were watching like a pastor talking about. There's this pastor. Remember that we watched that. He was talking about how they do chores in the house, and
Yeah,
then he was the one that that has to fold the clothes because he doesn't like the way she
yeah,
she fold the clothes, and then that became a problem to her because she was like, that's supposed to be my job, right?
yeah. Because he likes to do it, but because she doesn't do it as good as like he likes, so he just. Yeah, I think he grew up with girls or some kind of
Yeah,
story. I can't remember the full story right now anymore.
yeah. So the thing I'm trying to point out with that is that, I mean, if you didn't discuss that with him before you got married, and you are the type of person that traditionally you like to do those things, and he's the one doing it, you start feeling somehow like,
Is it not?
well, you don't like the way I do it. Is that it start becoming a problem for some people, for some women especially. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's so funny. Like, a lot of guys don't understand this. It's so funny how a lot of women take some very very simple things to heart that you think is harmless, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think because those kind of things can create like insecurities with your partner, you need to discuss it. You need to talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
um, if you're the type of person that your wife is earning way more than you before you got married, I think you need to discuss it. Like, is that going to be a problem between you guys? You know,
Yeah, and if she
so
works very long hours, is that going to be a problem? Because when you come back, I know I was speaking with someone last week, and she was saying that no matter how long she stays at work, sometimes her husband is all the way at home doing nothing the whole day. He will not step out to do anything. He will not lift a pin. The guy will not wash the dishes if he's alone with the kids. All the dishes will be there. The guy will not make food for the kids. He will just buy food from outside. The guy will not sweep anything. Like everything will wait for her to come back. Anytime she comes back, the work waits for her because he'll be like, "Oh, my father did not teach me that. My father never did this." It becomes like cultural. But the guy is forgetting, and that's what we were talking about. We were saying it that that's the reason why many marriages like break up when they come here. Like if they moved like from Africa and they came here, especially African men, and when they reach
it's
here,
not just African, though.
no,
I've heard
I was just
Caucasians
saying
too.
African men. I
Okay.
know other cultures, but other cultures is kind of, seriously, there are some cultures where it's really shown, but most times it's more in the African culture because generally in the African culture, men are not supposed to be in the kitchen. Like, they
Mm.
don't like it. They don't.
Asian and African and Middle East.
Yeah, Middle Eastern men too. Yes, Middle Eastern men too. They are very Um, yeah, but I'm trying not to get into that conversation with
Yeah.
that type. I mean, because religion plays a role in that too, you know. So spiritual reasons, and they want to quote Abraham and say Sarah was, tending whatever. They can go spiritual about it. But long story
It's
short,
even cultural. It's cultural.
yeah, it's part of their culture as well. But
Mm.
they forget one thing. Back in the days, women only tend to the kitchen. They don't bring anything. They don't bring any money. They don't give you no money. People will use the Proverb 31 woman to quote and everything, but we don't know if the Proverb 31 woman was bringing the money and giving it to her husband. I know a couple of friends who are from the other religion that believe that their money is their money. They never give it, like they never contribute it to the family, but they do everything at home, and that's the reason why they don't give any of their money to the family purse. The guy takes care of everything that has to do with the
Because the guy
bills,
even doesn't want it in the first place.
the bills, the feeding, everything, and putting gold on them, buying gold for them, and what have you. That's what makes the man like a man that should be reckoned with. Okay, but the guy will not even make his bed when he wakes up in the morning. She has to make the bed. She makes the bed. She does the laundry. She makes the food. She sweeps the house. She keeps the house clean, and the guy brings all the money. That's how it used to
Hmm.
be in those days, right? But
Even now,
nowadays, women go out and they work as much as the man. Imagine, I go to work maybe before you, or we go at the same time. We come back. Maybe I come back before you. I come after you.
both
We
tired.
work the same amount and we bring money. And sometimes my money, As a lady, your money might even be more than your husband's money. Like, I mean, if the lady is a medical doctor, an engineer. I know a lady who's an engineer and she works in the pipelines. So, like, she actually works with oil and gas. She brings a lot of money home. Her husband just like is a normal civil servant. She brings a lot of money. She works those 12-hour shifts and she brings a lot of money. Yes, you're waiting for me. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so she brings a lot of money home, right? Well, the man, I think a man, husband is kind of like a very handy man. He takes care of the kids all good. He takes care of things when she's not around, when she's gone away for a 12-hour shift. But just imagine if she's this kind of lady who believes that, no, no, the guy, maybe it's this kind of man who says that, no, I cannot do anything in the house. I'm not a woman. My father did not do this. My grandfather did not teach us like that. He doesn't. Maybe he thinks it emasculates him or whatever it is. There's going to be problem. Because when the girl is tired and she comes home after a 12-hour shift, she'll be a little touchy, little bit of touchy. And any small thing, she's going to explode. That's just humanity. That's her just being human. It has nothing to do with, and she's not submissive, she's not all those things. These are excuses. People hide behind those excuses. And that's why I think people should actually have this frank conversations before they get married. Ask
Mm.
yourself, okay, what do you like? Do you think that I should do everything? And what do you think about, finances? Like, how do we share our finances? How do we share roles in the family? Like, it's your house. Won't you clean your house? It's your house. Won't you, I mean, like, do one thing or the other? If I make the laundry and I'm not able to start folding or pressing, I mean, what do you think? What are you going to be doing? I remember I
Mm.
asked my husband that, like, okay, what are you going to be doing when we come back home? We go to work together. When we come back home, are you going to stretch your legs and watch TV or be on your computer typing away? He's like, no, it's our home. Why? I do it as a single person. I mean, so when we got married, we always we help. Like, if I'm washing the rice, he's washing the tomato, and like he sits in the kitchen with me, and as I'm cooking, we're chatting, we're gisting, we're talking. He can help me to turn the stew if I moved away, and he can help me to look at the soup. He can do all those kind of things, and it was just like partner. He's just like my partner, like my friend. Just like how your girlfriend is, it comes to visit you and you guys are chatting and you're cooking at the same time, and it makes marriage interesting. It makes it easy. It makes it fun. You cook it together. You taste. Can you try the salt? Is it enough? Do you think it's okay? Yeah, it's okay. And, it makes it more interesting. There will be no tense situation where you are in the kitchen and your husband is in the bedroom and he's like shouting from there, "Is the food not ready? Is the food not ready? Why is it taking too long to cook?" You get mad. Me, you can't even do that with me. I'll just get mad. I'll just completely get mad. If you think I'm taking too long, just then go and eat bread. Okay? That way we will not have any issues. But if you sit there doing nothing and you're asking me if the food is not ready, even my son, is that bad? I remember when he was a little younger, I'm like, "Mommy, is the food not ready?" I'm like, "What? You don't ask me that." Maybe I was doing that of reflex. I don't know. I just snapped at him, like, "You don't say that. You don't say that, okay?" And yeah, so I know they're calling me already because it's time for my meeting. Yeah. Ooh, time has gone. It's time to go, bro. Yeah, so it's a very nice conversation that I think we should come back and visit again. But just know that for gender roles, it's not about who is cooking what, who is not cooking what, um, who should do this and who must not do that. Don't make it like that. Let it just
Mm.
be. I have a motto. If you see anything not working in the house where you live, you fix it. If there's trash to take out, just take it. You don't have to say, "It's not my role. You have to be the one to do that." No. If you see the food on the fire and you think that is burning, just put it off. Take care of it. It's just your house. Just do what is right. Whatever you see that is right, do it. Because the Bible says if you see what is good and you don't do it, unto you it is a sin. So just do it. And let's make marriage fun. Let's make marriage easy. Your
Mm,
father
thank
did do this, your mother did not do that. Throw all those things away. You're not trying to replicate your parents' marriage. You're trying to get a better version of it.
Mm.
If once you think like that, you have a different perspective of your marriage when you get married. I'm not trying to recreate my parents' marriage. I'm trying to improve upon it. I'm trying to make a better marriage. I'm just trying to create a very beautiful place where me and my partner will enjoy ourselves. We're friends and you know, we're friends. Just like each other, take care of each other, make each other happy. laugh about it, joke about it in the kitchen, and just have fun. Watch movies together, go on outings together, take walks together, laugh together, play together. You know, just enjoy yourself. Marriage doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. So should there be gender roles? Yeah, if she earns more, that shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't matter if there is no issues. There are issues when there are issues in the marriage. That's when you start noticing. Oh, you're talking to me like that because you think you're earning this much. That's when you start having problems. When there is no problems, you don't even think about it. Especially, um, my money is our money. If all of you think like that, and nobody's trying to cheat on the other person financially, trying to take money out of the purse without asking the other person for permission or discussing about it, there will be no problem if all of you trust each other. And if there's money that's going to be taken out, you tell each other about it, you discuss about it before you take out the money, and then you do all your things together. Nobody is doing a personal um, propaganda or personal agenda. Nobody has a personal agenda. You guys are doing it together as one for a common goal to move the family forward and to make your lives better. Then your marriage will be sweet. It doesn't have to be complicated. Yeah, trust me, it doesn't have to be complicated. Many things that people fight about, they
Yeah.
don't have to fight about it. They are just flimsy things, and many times it's around money. It's around money, and of course, those things will come up when the woman is working like you and bringing money home, and you, when it's time to do something physically in the house, take care of the kid that both of you have. And you're saying, it's not my job. I'm not a woman. I cannot change diaper. Yeah, really? But it's a child. You made the child together. Who's going to change it?
Mm.
It doesn't stick to your hand. You clean the diaper, you go and wash your hands. That's it. And it's funny how some men who cannot change their baby's diaper, they go on their healthcare aids and they change adult diaper. Does it make sense? It makes sense. If you love
Yeah.
that woman, you love her in your actions, not only in your words. Not only when you want to have a bedroom business and you become nice. No, women are not, we are smart. We know. We know when you're playing a game, you're becoming nice because you want to see me in the bedroom. No, it doesn't work like that. Sorry. Sorry. That's it. That's my
Also,
piece.
I want to add that everybody is kind of
Thank
different.
you.
So try not to use the formula of somebody else and do it and use it as yours. Like don't do that because
Yeah.
it might cost you your marriage or your relationship.
Yeah.
And try to focus on what you as a person want. I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people like to consult friends and compare notes with their friends. Oh, what's happening in your house? And then they tell them, "Oh, I
Yeah.
just fold my hands. I do nothing."
Oh yeah.
So,
That's your house.
so, so, so
Because when the fire is burning in your own house, that person is not going to be there.
now I'm talking about like even women. Like there are women that they don't have to do anything. Their husband does everything for them. Like,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
the guy is
Everybody.
happy. Is happy with it. So
My
and
marriage,
that's
marriage, your marriage. Everybody manage your own.
exactly. So and then lastly is that try to not discuss. There are certain things that you should keep to your own discussion with you and your partner
Yeah.
because if you try to discuss it with somebody else, they might not understand it and they'll give you wrong advices. So
It's like
try to just stick to um, doing things that works for you. If it works for you, stick to it. Don't go changing and flipping around.
yeah.
Then you be offering surprises. Anyway,
Yes. I
we're
gotta
done for
go.
today.
I have a
See you
program.
on the next one.
See you next time. Thank you for connecting, and don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and comment. Put your comment section in the comment section. Put your comment there. Let's see what you think. What do you think? I want to learn from you.
Bye.